Hi, I'd like to know the cost of setting up such a program and who pays for it?
The cost and?
Who pays for the program?
The average, the digital doorway, the traditional sort of 3-seater, which is upstairs, you're probably looking at about $7,000. Okay, that's all the hardware, the software, all the bits and pieces. In South Africa, we primarily funded by the government, Department of Science and Technology. We're starting to work now with Department of Education, Department of Communications, and a couple of the private foundations. And basically, you know, sort of, the big challenge is getting enough of these things out there. That's always a major challenge. And basically, you know, the cost of the program, well, how much money have you got? You know, we can spend it all. Promise you.
The question down front here.
Thanks. Robert Kirkpatrick from Instead. Just a quick question. I mean, and it gets on the point that was raised earlier about sustainable development communities, perhaps not even requiring the internet necessarily. And, you know, sustainability often means how do I support my technology in the field when I'm gone, rather than how do I give the population I'm trying to serve the capacity to continue to adapt the technology to challenges they'll face in the future that none of us can anticipate. And I'm curious, you know, you're seeing these kids go in a very few days from not knowing what that object is to interacting with each other and with the software. Sooner or later, they're going to start hacking.
Absolutely.
And in a very good way. And I'm wondering, you know, how open is that system, and what kinds of innovations have you seen from the kids? What are they asking for? What are they trying to do? How are they participating in the requirements discussion, and what's coming forth from that?
Excellent question. On the digital doorway homepage, we have a feedbacks tab, okay, which allows kids to send us a text feedback via GPRS. And we're getting some incredibly valuable requests. Bearing in mind that at the moment on the project team, there's a project manager, there's a software developer, and there's me. Okay? 3 people. Okay? One of the first requests we got back was, we've got tons of content on there. We've got 3 versions of the Wikipedia, we've got 10,000 Project Gutenberg books, we've got science, we've got videos, we've got games, everything. And the first, man, I think it was about the 2nd day after we implemented the text feedback, somebody said, hey guys, how about a dictionary? Like, yeah, okay, good idea. Okay. None of us had ever thought of a dictionary. So now we're looking for a decent offline open source dictionary to put on there. Okay. In terms of the hacking stuff, I mean, brilliant. That's what it's there for. We've got some real nice innovations which allow the kids to, there's webcams in each of the modules, and they can start the webcam and then they can click, take a snapshot, and that becomes the desktop. Okay. We also have a Bluetooth connectivity so that they can take a photograph of themselves and then connect their phone and download whatever they've created onto their phones as desktops or... Okay. The original idea with the Bluetooth was that the cell phone would then become a carrying device. So you could type a document, put it on the cell phone, take it to a printer, print it, and pay somebody a couple of cents a page. In terms of the hacking stuff, the first one that we put in Mamelodi, which is just north of Pretoria, was a Debian-based system. And we put it in, and I think we went back about 8 hours later, and one of the kids had figured out how to take a photograph of himself and put it as the wallpaper. Okay. In terms of the software on the system, we have almost like 2 separate partitions. The one is guest users, okay, and you can go in there and you can log in as a guest user and you can do anything you want. You can delete icons, you can move icons, you can change backgrounds, everything. Randomly past midnight, we log out and we recreate the entire guest user back system. Okay, so all your icons are back again, all the bits and pieces, and anything that you've saved as a guest user has been deleted. Yeah, yeah. Then the guest, as a guest user, you can also create your own user. So you log in as yourself, and you can wreck your own system, and we leave it alone. Okay? And if you don't like it anymore, well, you just create yourself a new username, and we've got the space to do that.
Okay, great. Thank you, Grant.